Mitsubishi L200 1970-86. The first generation model of Mitsubishi's compact pickup truck was first sold in Japan as the Mitsubishi Forte in September 1978 and continued until late 1986, when the line was cancelled in the Japanese domestic market for 5 years. In Japan, the Forte was originally sold with a 92 PS, 68 kilowatts, 1.6-liter 4G32 engine, LO21P. Later this was updated to the 86 PS, 63 kilowatts, 1.6-liter G32B engine with two-wheel drive, LO25, or with four-wheel drive coupled to the 2.0-liter Sirius G63B with 110 PS, 81 kilowatts, LO26. Offered in basic deluxe trim, the larger engine version was also available in leisure-oriented custom trim. The Custom also has a smoother and less utilitarian bed, without provisions for fitting a canvas top and with fewer hardpoints for strapping down loads. In export versions, the 2.0-liter petrol version had 93 horsepower, 69 kilowatts, while a larger 2.6-liter unit offered 105 horsepower, 78 kilowatts. Also popular in many markets, was a 67 PS, 49 kilowatts, 2.3-liter diesel engine. The 73 PS, 54 kilowatts, 1.6-liter Saturn engine rounded out the lineup in many countries. A naked cabin chassis version was also available in some markets. Mechanical features included recirculating ball steering and front disc brakes, rear-wheel drive, and front suspension with coil springs. Four-wheel drive, 4WD, was added in 1981, featuring torsion bar suspension up front. The rear suspension for both comprised leaf springs with bias-mounted shock absorbers. The 4WD system incorporated an extra lever located alongside the main 4-speed shifter. This provided 3 positions, 2WD in high range, 4WD in high range, and 4WD in low range. In low range, the vehicle travels at half road speed for any given engine RPM. The transfer case is chain-driven to the front wheels, making it lighter, quieter, and easier to shift than the more common gear type. As such, the driver can shift between 2WD and 4WD in high range without using the clutch, with the activation of low range requiring the vehicle to be stopped. A warning lamp would light when the 4WD was engaged. The Dodge Ram 50, called the Dodge D50 for 1979 and 1980, was a badge-engineered version sold by the Chrysler Corporation from 1979 on. The label lasted until 1994, through 2 generations. Plymouth also received a version of the vehicle known as the Plymouth Aero Truck, sold from 1979 to 1982. This was Chrysler's belated answer to the Ford Courier from Mazda and the Chevrolet Eluve by Isuzu, both of which had been introduced in 1972, while the Toyota Hilux and Datsun truck were already available and imported directly from Japan. Mitsubishi itself imported it as the Mitsubishi Mighty Max when it began selling directly in the US from 1982, at which point the Plymouth ceased to be available. The Dodge version had quadrectangular headlights beginning with the 1983 facelift, while Mitsubishi's and earlier Dodges had single units in North America. In the rest of the world, importers could choose between single or double rectangular units, as well as twin round headlights. The twin round units were the original fitment for the Japanese domestic market. Four-wheel drive was added for 1982. This created the Power Ram 50 in the United States. As in Dodge's nomenclature, the Power Ram name was used for four-wheel drive models. A turbo diesel engine was available in U.S. models between 1983 and 1985. The 1983 turbodiesel was fitted with a TC05 non-wastegated turbo and produced 80 horsepower, 60 kilowatts, and 125 pounds-feet, 169 Nm, torque. The 1984 to 1985 turbodiesels were fitted with a TD04 wastegated turbo which resulted in 86 horsepower, 64 kilowatts, and 134 pounds-feet, 182 Nm, torque. Chrysler Australia launched the first generation in April 1979 as the MA Series Chrysler D50. Initially, two pickup versions were sold, the commercial with the 1.6-liter Saturn, 4G32, engine and the higher specification recreational with a 2.0-liter Astron, 4G52, engine. Both commercials and recreationals received a 4-shifted 4-speed manual, with a taller axle ratio for the recreational. Commercials were specified with heavy-duty suspension rated for 1,000 kg, 2,200 pounds, payloads. The recreational version carries a 500 kg, 1,100 pounds, load. The reason for the halved payload was due to the sedan-type suspension of softer springs and more supple shock absorbers. The recreational model also featured radial ply tires, electronic ignition, bucket seats, pile carpet, radio, floor console, sports steering wheel and an adjustable steering column as standard. An optional sports stripe package was also available. Options included a weather-tight, fiberglass canopy with foam rubber mattress. This was manufactured by Challenge Industries and incorporated sliding side windows. Later in 1979, a cab chassis body variant of the commercial was released. In March 1980, the D50 was renamed Chrysler L200 Express to form linkage with the newly released L300 Express vans. In October 1980, the Chrysler labeling made way for Mitsubishi badges following the establishment of Mitsubishi Motors Australia from Chrysler Australia's old operations. In June 1981, Mitsubishi released 4 WD versions of the pickup and cab chassis, both with a 2.0-liter motor. Freewheeling hubs to reduce noise and fuel use in 2WD mode were optional. In late 1981, the 2.0-liter with 5-speed manual was made optional for the 2WD 1-ton suspension models.